This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Rafe Collins. It's also ABC 7 Day at the ballpark today. Orioles hosting the Twins. We'll be there.
We both will be there.
Carpool out there together. And John, I understand the weather might not be Chamber of Commerce entirely for this today, right?
You know what? When you go out to the ballpark in the afternoon, a lot of the seats are in the sun, a lot of the seats are in the shade. I think what we're probably going to see is a fair amount of cloud cover, kind of keeping it more comfortable for everyone. So in that regard, yeah, not too bad. I don't think we'll see a lot of showery activity this afternoon. Not at least not until probably after the game. So again, you know, things are lining up for us here. We are tracing out, though, a line of showers located just to our north. It'll probably take a good 7 hours for that line to get into our neck of the woods. It looks like it's moving at a pretty good clip, but that's going to slow down as it sinks south, and it's going to kind of fall apart a little bit as it sinks south as well. Now, we have had some showers around this morning, and in fact have some ongoing around Arcadia, but I give those about another hour or two, and they'll be gone. Won't see anything more there. A little bit of patchy fog around the area this morning. That's possible. Daytime highs will be warmer than average, coming in around the 80-degree mark. Tomorrow, though, Ray, if you're looking for Chamber of Commerce weather, why, tomorrow is going to be absolutely beautiful. And we will talk about that coming up in a few.
Sounds like it is perfect for a Friday. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning, there is an accident in Manatee County at Cypress Creek Boulevard and First Avenue. So keep an eye out for that if you're heading through that direction. Other than that, a little bit of traffic and congestion on State Road 70 and 301 as it typically is around this time in the morning, but heading towards Sarasota County, Clark Road and Bee Ridge Road picking up as far as congestion goes in certain spots, but nothing to be concerned about. And in South County, Venice and Nokomis area picking up with traffic, but again, no accidents to report in that direction.
Our top story, a disturbing find in Charlotte County. Human remains found in Punta Gorda.
A railroad worker found a human skull while he was clearing debris around the tracks at the intersection of Riverside Drive and Morningstar Drive, just east of I-75. Detectives were called to the scene where they found what they believe was more bones from a human. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Unit is handling that investigation. We're also learning more details about a deputy-involved shooting that left a man dead in Englewood this week. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office now releasing the names of the deputies involved. Deputies Scott Sarver, Tony Solstice, and Adam Freitas all responded to a domestic disturbance call at a home on Markham Street on Sunday. When they arrived, they say 42-year-old Jacob Tolby came out of the woods holding 2 knives. The sheriff's office says deputies then ordered him to stop, but he continued to come towards them. That's when Deputy Sarver fired 8 shots, striking Tolby. Sarver has been with the sheriff's office for 23 years.
My deputies are not going to wait for one of their fellow deputies to get killed or injured, or for themselves to get killed or injured before somebody returns fire. You meet deadly force with deadly force, and that's how we are trained.
The sheriff says the deputies will remain on paid leave while the state attorney's office investigates. They're also awaiting final results from an autopsy report on the victim, which will determine if Tolby was intoxicated at the time of that shooting.
It is that time of year when FHP starts cracking down on spring breakers. FHP, AAA, and several others are working together for the Arrive Alive campaign focused on keeping impaired drivers off the road. Data shows there were more than 35,000 crashes statewide during this time last year. On average, 15 accidents a day were caused by drivers who were under the influence, 15 a day. The organization's tip is simple. In order to arrive alive, don't drink and drive. Meantime, some bad news when it comes to gas prices.
Prices continue to rise here on the Suncoast and could go up even more over the next few months, going over $3 a gallon. ABC 7's Rick Adams has more.
Drivers here on the Suncoast will soon start to feel a little more pain at the pump. AAA says the cost of gas could go up as much as 70 cents a gallon between now and Memorial Day. That doesn't sit too well with longtime Sarasota resident Marianne Pete. She tells us for her, every penny counts.
Terrible. I don't have any stock in oil or anything, so but what can you do?
Experts say the price hike is because of maintenance at refineries and the annual switch to a more expensive summer blend of gas. The current average gas price here in Florida is around $2.30 a gallon. AAA says there are ways for motorists to play it smart, even when gas prices skyrocket.
Gasoline prices can differ substantially within a small area in each community. So, shop wisely, keep your car in good shape, particularly your tire pressure can make a big difference, not only in your safety, but your gas mileage.
For Shell gas station manager Dan Borelli, he tells us gas prices have gone up about 10 cents a gallon in the last week or so.
Well, higher gas prices always affect business. Generally, people, think more consciously about what they spend on gas when the prices go up.
For many people here on the Suncoast who we talked with, they say rising gas prices won't stop them from driving.
You have to get to work. You're just going to have to pay it. They'll go back down again. They've been fluctuating for years.
In Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Well, Manatee County could become a little bit more crowded as the County Commission is expected to hear a proposal today for a new 720-unit apartment complex. It would be built on nearly 140 acres of land on Moccasin Wallow Road, which is just north of Amlong Road in Palmetto between US 41 and I-75. The project has already been recommended for approval. Now, according to the Bradenton Herald, those who live nearby say there isn't enough infrastructure in the area to support the growing number of planned developments there. And now some are planning to be at today's meeting to oppose that project. Sarasota County commissioners are now running into legal barriers involving a controversial project planned near the celery fields. The developer is looking to rezone a piece of property near that park to build a 60,000 square foot warehouse for restaurant equipment and food supply. But commissioners are delaying any further decisions after the applicant could not provide the names of those financially involved in that project. Those opposed to the development showed up to the meeting in full force.
When we see vacant land, we think it should be immediately developed to do something with it. But in reality, when you think about it, vacant land is something we're not making anymore.
Commissioners will take up this issue again on April 26th.
The month of March begins sea turtle nesting season for parts of Florida. To help boost hatchling numbers, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission is asking those who visit the beach to remove items like beach chairs before sunset each day. Also, fill any holes in the sand so nesting turtles and their hatchlings don't get trapped. Be careful not to disturb nesting areas by getting too close or using flashing lights. Although the season has officially begun elsewhere in Florida, it starts on the Gulf Coast in mid-April. Another type of wildlife taking over parts of Manatee County. Residents say they are starting to notice more peacocks in the Terracea area. The president of Wildlife Incorporated says even though peacocks normally don't walk through neighborhoods, they are this time.
In the last few weeks, we've gotten several calls. I got a call all the way out on State Road 64 near Rye Road where there was a pair running around there. They just showed up. Then we had the call on Terracea.
Residents are urged to call Florida Fish and Wildlife if any exotic animal is in your neighborhood.
New this morning, teachers in Manatee County are celebrating, but only for a small victory. A special magistrate is releasing his recommendations over teacher salaries following a hearing in January. He is siding with the teachers union on pay raises between $900 and $1,200, as well as recommending the district pay for increases in health insurance premiums. He's also agreeing over retroactive pay. Now, the district and the union will meet next week to go over those recommendations. If they reach an agreement, it'll be part of the teachers' new contracts. Any recommendations they cannot agree upon will be up to the school board to decide. And plenty of cats in hats. Yes, cats in hats will be taking over schools in Manatee and Sarasota County today.
Here's why. It's all part of Dr. Seuss Day, marking the birthday of the famous author. Hundreds of volunteers will visit elementary schools in the area to read to every grade at 9 o'clock this morning as part of an effort to raise awareness about the importance of reading, as well as encourage conversations about diversity and respect. And I Googled some Dr. Seuss trivia. Ready?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Where the name Seuss come from?
No idea.
It's his mother's maiden name, his middle name. How many kids did he have?
5.
6.
None.
Oh.
None, really?
He said, we're all kids at heart. He didn't want to have any kids.
Interesting.
Ted, what's it? Theodore Geisel.
That's too bad.
There you go.
He would have been a great dad, no
Well,
doubt.
probably right, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite book? What was your favorite book?
Oh, gosh. Oh, so many. I really liked the Green Eggs and Ham. I liked that one, Cat in the Hat. I used to read them all when I was younger. My mom used to read them to me all the time.
They were the best.
I'll take Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat? I like the Sneakers
And the
on
Grinch,
beaches.
right? The Grinch. That's
The
a
Grinch,
good
that was
one.
the best.
Yeah.
Okay, getting all misty now. We have speaking of misty, some patchy fog out there this morning. We also have a chance of some rain showers. We'll talk about that in just a second.
All right, well, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. Teachers play an important role in our lives throughout our childhood. But for one preschooler, she'll have a bond with her teacher for life. You don't want to miss this emotional story coming up after the break.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world. $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
What does it mean when New South Windows says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Port Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s, plus incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour 6 designer models. This is the time of your life. Make it island time at Harbor Isle. Go to mintofla.com now.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, nice weather outside currently. A little on the humid side, but still pleasant enough. 63 degree the air temperature, dew point coming in at 62. The thing is with the temperature and dew point pretty close together, calm winds and fairly tranquil skies. There's the possibility of some patchy fog out there this morning, so watch for that. It could come up on you pretty quickly, especially around the areas around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor, though we have had some rains in that area that have kind of stirred things up just a little bit. So I don't suspect that we'll have quite as much of a fog issue as we had yesterday morning at times, even though it was brief and patchy. 68 degrees Arcadia, Mayaca coming in at 68. So is Wauchula, 67 in Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch. Punta Gorda as well. 69 degrees in Northport, so is Venice and Inglewood. And then out at the Key at Longboat, you also have 69 degrees. So there's a few scattered showers still left from a storm that was actually a little bit stronger earlier on. No lightning pops with this particular line of showers. No really heavy torrential downpours of rain. We've had some moderate rain falling, and it's in the process of dissipating. I think over the course of the next hour, that'll be gone. So we're looking at possibly total rainfall amounts with this particular batch of rain in the tenths of an inch, that sort of thing. Nothing really heavy. But hey, we take what we get at this time of year, right? Normally dry season. We do have a stronger line of showers located just to our north, all part of a system that kind of wraps up around an area of low pressure back toward New England. You can see that kind of line of clouds that's approaching. That is our frontal boundary. Now, interestingly enough, back behind it, we have a fair amount of cloud cover as well. This won't be one of these fronts that kind of comes through with a sharp division between the cloud cover associated with the front and the line of storms that comes through, and then rapid clearing and deep blue skies to follow. Nah, this one's going to be kind of a weaker system, as the winds are a little bit more west to east than they are north to south. So even though the front sinks southward, kind of pushes the high that we have had over us to the south, and allows for another high pressure ridge to build in, we'll probably be beating back the clouds for several hours after that front passes through later this afternoon. It probably won't be till dawn tomorrow that we wake up to some bluer skies. High pressure, though, as it builds in, will produce a pretty breezy wind out there, so watch for that. Better rain chances today than we've had over the last several days. A breezy wind, by that maybe up to 20-mile-an-hour wind, and more clouds around today than we have seen either as well. The RPM computer model shows that line of showers kind of falling apart as it sinks southward through the area, maybe back behind the front, a few more areas of cloud and maybe some patchy drizzle as the whole system moves through. Wake up tomorrow to clearer skies and some cooler, crisper temperatures as well. Probably temperatures that'll be in the 50s with lower relative humidity all day long, and daytime highs about 10 degrees cooler than we saw yesterday. So that'll be nice. Today we'll go with 80. Tomorrow we'll go with about 75 with lots of sunshine. And through the weekend, we'll keep the temperatures cooler and we'll keep less humid air in place. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, John. Let's check the roads right now. Little issue there at State Road 64, awfully close to the interstate, actually on Cypress Creek Boulevard. An accident at First Avenue to watch out for. Elsewhere in Manatee County, the usual slowdowns at this hour of the day. Farther south into Sarasota County, a little buildup coming into downtown around the Ritz-Carlton there on US 41 southbound before you head out to St. Armand's Circle. Elsewhere in the South County area, no problems to report at 6:19 on this Thursday morning.
Well, a preschooler in Wisconsin has her teacher to thank for more than helping her learn to read and write.
As David Muir tells us, her family is also thanking the woman for saving her life.
4-year-old Lila Carrion became very ill very quickly. She was diagnosed with a rare autoimmune disease which caused kidney failure. Her parents were told she desperately needed a new kidney to survive. A nationwide search, but no donor was found. Lila's mother, Dina, set up this meeting. She thought she was there to tell Lila's new teacher about her daughter's needs. But that teacher already knew she'd been tested, passing a note across the table, writing, "Soon a little piece of me will be with Lila forever. I'm Lila's kidney donor."
You are? Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
And this is how that teacher described that moment.
One of the most emotional days, being able to tell somebody they can save their child's life.
And tonight, a major development. That teacher and Lila, the night before the surgery at American Family Children's Hospital in Madison, Wisconsin. One of the teacher's kidneys removed and delivered to that operating room. After 6 hours of surgery, doctors say a success. Lila, afterward, and that teacher, together again, both recovering after a teacher and her gift.
Wow.
Another made-for-TV movie right there.
Exactly.
Wow. 6:20 still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
A massive manhunt underway in Tennessee as police search for a suspect linked to the death of a nurse in her home. Details on who they're looking for coming up after the break.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Here's a shot from our tower cam looking down at Lemon toward downtown Sarasota. That pretty building in the top left of your screen is actually the parking garage on State Street. And if you see that in the light of day, it looks like a beautiful building. It doesn't look like a parking garage. They've done a nice job with that. And right in the middle there, that is the bus depot at Lemon and 2nd. There you go, a little tour of downtown. No charge. 624, glad you're with us.
A desperate search is underway this morning for a killer in Tennessee after someone stabbed a young nurse to death in her apartment.
ABC's Eva Pilgrim has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, police on the hunt for the man seen in this surveillance video who they suspect fatally stabbed 23-year-old Tiffany Ferguson in her Nashville apartment early Tuesday. The video shows the hooded figure walking near the Wedgwood Park apartment complex around 5:20 a.m. According to police, the suspect attempted to break into several cars before checking for unlocked apartment doors, eventually making his way into Ferguson's home, raiding it for valuables, and stabbing her to death. The intensive care nurse had been out with friends the night before, her sister telling ABC News she'd been having problems with the lock on her door. Ferguson's roommate waking up to her screams, rushing to her room where she found her friend suffering from multiple stab wounds. And coming up at 7 a.m., former FBI Special Agent Brad Garrett weighs in live with your GMA First Look. I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, Nashville.
Before fibromyalgia, I was active.
I was energetic. Then the chronic, widespread pain drained my energy. My doctor said moving more helps ease fibromyalgia pain. He also prescribed Lyrica.
Fibromyalgia is thought to be the result of overactive nerves.
Lyrica is believed to calm these nerves.
For some, Lyrica can significantly relieve fibromyalgia pain and improve function, so I feel better.
Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions or suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these, new or worsening depression, or unusual changes in mood or behavior, or swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who have had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
With less pain, I can be more active.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Whether a family member needs a little extra help around the house, assistance recovering from a hospital stay, or someone to check in on them throughout the week, Right at Home's in-home care is the answer. Your loved one deserves the right care, and now we need caregivers to help give the right care for the right reasons, the right way. At Right at Home, we're one of the only private home health agencies in this area with the opportunity to earn paid time off. If you're someone who loves helping people, take a look at our website and click on Jobs to join our team today.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory. It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Fort Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare.
Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you. Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call 1-800-738-1923.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, new developments out of Washington where there are now calls for Attorney General Jeff Sessions to step down. We'll tell you what happened.
Plus, a party in Orlando ends with a trip to the hospital for several folks after a balcony collapses at a condo.
And why what one man found in a dumpster may make you think twice about how much personal information you should give on paper.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. There's the ever-popular Osprey cam with a little van in the nest as well. There's the aerial view from our tower cam. Folks, I love that Osprey cam.
Oh, they certainly do.
Watch
so cute. I think they're both in there right now, right? They're both there. There they are, Sarah and Soda.
There you go.
Couldn't tell if that was one head or 2, but then they started moving different directions. How cute.
All right, 6:30 right now. Good morning, I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. We actually had a viewer who said they thought that ospreys, somebody had thought that ospreys were frogs, but John Scalzi over in the Weather Center did a full story on ospreys, and they asked to see it again sometime soon. So,
frogs?
Yeah.
What?
People who don't know about ospreys, you know.
Not frogs.
Not frogs. Definitely not frogs.
Birds.
But they had said that they enjoyed your story a few weeks ago.
Oh, well, that's very kind of them.
And they, you know, they had friends that wanted to know what an osprey was. So.
Bird.
Bird.
Raptor, actually, kind of a second cousin to the eagle.
There you go.
Fishermen, they are. In fact, exquisite fishermen. They're really interesting birds, and we love watching them. I especially love when they dive and they catch a fish, because they always catch a fish head first into the wind, because it's aerodynamically better for them as opposed to having the tail flapping around as they're trying to go through the air. So it's a really cool sight to see them flying through the air with that fish looking forward as well. Future dinner. We're looking at a line of showers just to the north of us. That line of showers to the north sinking southward is our cold front. Yay! It's going to change things around, going to get rid of some of the humidity, bring us breezy wind later on this afternoon. Small craft advisories will be hoisted because of that at about 1 o'clock today. We've had some scattered showers around, at times heavier than others. Right now, kind of in the process of falling apart. Don't expect too much more from that showery activity. The morning commute should be A-OK, but do realize that especially roads south, parts of 75 south around Venice and points south of that, could be a little bit slippery this morning, because that's the first significant rain we've had in some time, and that first little rain causes the oils on the roadway surfaces to become extra slippery. Daytime high about 80 degrees today, much different tomorrow. Talk about that in a minute.
All right, thanks so much, Don. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning, there is an accident in Manatee County already at 6:32 this morning. It is at Cypress Creek Boulevard and First Avenue. That's been out there for about 30 minutes now, so keep an eye out if you are heading towards that direction. Also, looks like State Road 70 having a little bit more congestion on the roadways, but 301 looking clear if you're heading through that direction. Moving towards Sarasota County, Bee Ridge Road having some backup, as well as 41 in between Bee Ridge and Fruitville. Other than that, I-75 looking clear as you head into South County. Not a whole lot going on in that area, so pretty quiet on this Thursday morning. Breaking overnight, Attorney General Jeff Sessions met twice last year with Russia's ambassador to the U.S. It's a meeting he's denied under oath.
Now lawmakers on both sides are calling for a further investigation. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the story.
This morning, Attorney General Jeff Sessions coming under fire for meetings he had with the Russian ambassador prior to the election, something he did not disclose when questioned under oath by Senator Al Franken during his Senate confirmation hearings.
I have been called a surrogate at a time or two in that campaign, and I did not have communications with the Russians, and I'm unable to comment on it.
Now the Justice Department confirms Sessions did have contact with Russian officials, not just once, but twice during the campaign, as first reported in the Washington Post. Most recently, as senator, Sessions met with the Russian ambassador in his Capitol Hill office last September. But Sessions denies any wrongdoing, releasing a statement overnight saying, "I never met with any Russian officials to discuss issues of the campaign. I have no idea what this allegation is about. It is false." The allegations against Sessions are just the latest in a string of controversies surrounding the Trump administration and their ties to Russian authorities. Already, National Security Advisor Michael Flynn resigned after lying about his contact with the Russians. As Attorney General, Sessions is in charge of the FBI investigation into the matter, but now even members of his own party say he may need to recuse himself. Senator Lindsey Graham telling CNN,
"But if there's something there that the FBI believes is criminal in nature, then for sure you need a special prosecutor. If that day ever comes, I'll be the first one to say it needs to be somebody other than Jeff."
Some Democrats taking it even further. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, Representative Elijah Cummings, and Senator Elizabeth Warren all calling for Sessions to resign.
But the White House is calling these reports just the latest partisan attack. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Washington.
The FBI is now getting involved in the opioid epidemic. FBI Director James Comey says it's a problem that not only affects the user of the drugs, but also those around them. He says the role of law enforcement is to help drive the cost of illegal drugs up, which makes it harder to obtain.
Our job is to try to crack down on the supply, literally, to be very blunt, to drive up the price, to make it less and less attractive for people who are addicted to pills to move to heroin, or people who are moving from some other drug to come to heroin, or someone just to try heroin. And we will work at that constantly.
He says they're also cracking down on Mexican drug traffickers who are in the heroin business as well. Back in Florida, we have our first candidate for governor. Tallahassee Mayor Andrew Gillum has announced he will seek the Democratic nomination next year. He was only 23 years old when he became the youngest person ever elected to the Tallahassee City Commission back in 2003. He became mayor just 1 year later.
Here at home, a Manatee County developer who ran unsuccessfully for the U.S. Senate last year has now been appointed to a top position on a powerful state panel. Governor Rick Scott appointing Carlos Baruf as chairman of the Florida Constitution Revision Commission. The group meets to review the state constitution and propose changes. Florida residents would then vote on those changes in the proposals in November of 2018. Baruf owns Medallion Home, which has built thousands of homes on the Suncoast over the past couple years. And happening tonight, local political women groups are coming together to host a community forum to discuss local politics. It's taking place at the Robert Taylor Community Complex in Sarasota from 6 to 8 p.m. Candidates running for the Sarasota City Commission race will also be there. The forum is being put together by the Suncoast Women of Action, North Sarasota Business and Professional Women, Newtown Nation, and the Sarasota branch of the NAACP.
Several injuries after a balcony collapse at a condo complex in Orlando. It happened at the Sandpiper Cove condos in Destin. 11 people were injured. The victims were at a party inside the place. It's not clear how the balcony collapsed. Most of the victims were seasonal residents from Indiana and Kentucky.
In other news, a judge is deciding to enter not guilty pleas for a suspected double murderer in Orlando.
Markeith Lloyd was arraigned yesterday. He refused to give clear answers about his plea, so the judge entered them for him. He is accused of gunning down Police Lieutenant Deborah Clayton last month and fatally shooting his pregnant ex-girlfriend in December. If convicted, he could receive the death penalty. The widow of the gunman behind the Orlando nightclub shooting massacre will soon be free. A federal judge in California is agreeing to release Noor Salman on bail in 2 days. She'll stay out until she faces trial. Salman is charged with aiding and abetting her husband, Pulse nightclub shooter Omar Mateen. She's also accused of lying to investigators. 49 people were killed last June. Salman has pleaded not guilty.
Also in Orlando, an investigation is underway after a man found hundreds of sensitive documents thrown out in a dumpster. Jeff Strum was looking for scrap metal when he found all the paperwork behind a business park. He says it included names, social security numbers, and much more.
Emails, phone numbers, date of birth, child's birth, you name it. Everything is there, and addresses and everything like that.
Even bank information?
Bank information, how much had in the bank, how much they put in the bank.
Certainly a scary situation there. To keep this from happening to you, when you're asked to fill out paperwork containing personal information, ask how the company disposes of their financial documents, if possible, before you write anything down. And the IRS says there is $1 billion worth of unclaimed refunds, and if you didn't file a tax return in 2013, some of it could be yours. The IRS says they owe about 1 million taxpayers, and under federal law, there is no fine for failing to file a tax return as long as you are owed a refund, but you only have 3 years to claim it. That's the catch. After that, it's forfeited to the U.S. Treasury. Tax returns for 2013 were due in April of 2014. So the deadline for claiming those refunds is this year's tax day, which falls on April 18th.
High technology hits the drive-thru. McDonald's offering an app that'll allow you to place orders. You'll read a code to the drive-thru cashier. The ordering app is expected to be launched at 20,000 restaurants this year. Other restaurants already do it, like Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, and Chipotle.
And if you're at Ed Smith Stadium, make sure to say hi to the ABC 7 team today. Today is ABC 7 Day. This is your chance to meet us in person, take some photos, and get some autographs. We'll also have some great prizes out there. Now, Suncoast View's Stephanie Roberts will be singing the national anthem, and weekend anchor Adam Cellini will throw out the first pitch. Ray and I will also be there, so make sure to come say hi. We would love to see you and take some pictures, sign some autographs. So make sure you come out and see us all.
Yeah, and I'll give you a nice hat, and John, I'll give you this.
The finger. You're giving me the finger. Thank you very much.
I let you say it.
How do I look? Do I look okay?
Yes, you look great.
Oh, you can have the hat.
Oh, thank you.
I got a helmet here.
Good stuff.
Am I the only one putting mine on?
Yes.
Cool. Come on, guys.
We are loaded down here. Should be a nice day for it, too.
Yep.
A little bit of cloud cover, kind of keep the sun down a little bit, which is always nice at a ballpark, I think.
Good.
And I don't think we'll see much in the way of rainfall, though a little bit later on today we may. So all in all, it'll be good times.
Well, I did bring my sunscreen and my umbrella just in case, because I wasn't sure what to expect.
Yes.
There you go. Looking good.
Batter up.
Looking good. You want
Batter up.
Not yet.
Woo.
Forecast in a minute.
Now's a perfect time to create a custom system with California Closets. During our Door and Drawer event, save up to $500 on beautiful doors and drawers for any room. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
She's excited for you, and you want to be stunning for the big day. Treat yourself to a natural, youthful look and let your true beauty shine through. Dr. John Vezza brings experience, artistry, and advanced technologies to help take years off your appearance. Enjoy all the years of bliss ahead with confidence. Call today to schedule a private consultation for a facelift, eyelid lift, firmer jawline, or laser resurfacing. Faces by Vezza, only at Center for Sight.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to californiaclosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current air temperature coming in at a mild 63 degrees, but the dew point is pretty close to it, within a degree. Calm winds out there. Could have some patchy fog as you go about this morning on your morning commute. Watch for that, especially in inland areas. We have a 97% relative humidity. It feels pretty sticky out there right now. That dew point value, though, will be dropping as we watch those winds shift from a south direction that we have had, southeast, southwest, to a more northerly direction, northwest, northeast. That'll be the case later this afternoon. And it'll be breezy as well, so kind of batten down the hatches around the house. You might want to take down that porch umbrella if you have one of those. As I think we'll probably see some 20-mile-an-hour wind speeds, perhaps. 68 Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca, 67 Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, 68 in Northport, 65 Punta Gorda, 69's in Venice, Inglewood, and 70 out at Longboat Key. So we've had some showers around the area. They're kind of in the process of falling apart right now. In and around Arcadia, mostly in inland areas. But I'll tell you what, we've had some showers along the interstate as well, just to the south of Venice, and some of those could produce some slippery surfaces on the roadways. I say that because evaporation rates are not all that great at this hour of the morning, and we have had some periods of moderate rainfall around that area, and it has been a while since we've had the rains, so the surface oils on the roads have not been washed away, and it could lead to some slippery surfaces. Frontal boundary extends through North Florida, wraps up around an area of low pressure just to our north, producing snow showers in upstate New York. There are really no airport hubs that are being terribly severely impacted, and severe weather is not in the forecast for anyone along the eastern seaboard today. Frontal boundary is becoming more and more diffuse with time as it sinks southward. We do have a fair swath of clouds around this trough of low pressure, though, and we'll probably have a fair amount of high-level to mid-level clouds before the cloud base is lower as we head into the afternoon. High pressure has been in control of our weather, now sinks south, allows for this front to approach. High pressure back to the north builds in, and that's the one as it builds in that'll bring us that breezy north wind. That north wind at times very gusty. Small craft advisories will be hoisted later today because of those winds. Better rain chances, such as it is, put the rain chance at about 20%, but better than yesterday. Breezy winds and a few more clouds around today. The frontal boundary itself kind of falls apart as it sinks south later today. I think it'll be through here by about 7 o'clock or so, but we'll still have some residual cloud cover through the first half of the night, and then tomorrow morning we'll wake up to sunnier skies and cooler temperatures. Daytime highs tomorrow coming in about 75. It'll be a breezy day tomorrow, and we'll have much lower humidity. The good news is that low humidity and cooler temperatures lasts into the weekend. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. Still one issue to talk about on State Road 64 near I-75 at Cypress Creek Boulevard and First Avenue. An accident there. Otherwise, the usual buildups throughout Manatee County. Looking farther south now on the maps, a bit of a buildup heading into downtown Sarasota around the bridge to St. Armand's, and also Bee Ridge in both directions, building as we speak. Heading towards South County, no real problems to report at 6:47 on this Thursday morning.
In your health news today, new technology could change how you're treated while you're in an ambulance.
This is an intensive care ambulance being used in Westchester, New York. Along with the usual life-saving equipment, an iPad on board is used to give paramedics access to doctors in real time to provide better care. The device can be moved to show doctors injuries or to monitor readings. It allows emergency room personnel to better prepare for when patients arrive at the hospital. Doctors say they expect to see more of these in the future.
And in entertainment news, an important warning for those planning to attend the popular Coachella Music Festival in California.
Yeah, the festival's website is concerned with a major breach attack. Hackers are getting access to personal information. Coachella emailed its users this week about the hack. The company didn't indicate how many accounts are affected, but they say they don't believe any financial data was accessed. It's held in California, getting more popular by the year.
Well, the two accountants responsible for the Best Picture flub at Sunday's Oscars are not returning to the show. Now, that's according to the president of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science. The accountants were responsible for the biggest blunder in the 89-year history of the Academy Awards when Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway were given the wrong envelope for Best Picture. The Academy president says one of the accountants tweeted a photo of Emma Stone, which then caused a distraction that caused the error. The Academy's relationship with that particular accounting firm responsible remains under review.
That certainly just fascinates me. The upcoming live-action Beauty and the Beast is offering something Disney has never featured before, a gay character. LaFou is played by actor Josh Gad. The director says he has had a subplot now which leads to the first exclusively gay moment in a Disney film. Beauty and the Beast opens in theaters on March 17th.
And the cast for season 24 of ABC's Dancing with the Stars has officially been revealed. It includes Olympic gymnast Simone Biles, figure skater Nancy Kerrigan, actor Mr. T, and ABC's current Bachelor. A lot of promising dancers are also looking to take home that coveted Mirror Ball trophy. The new season begins on March 20th right here on ABC 7. And I think one of the ones I'm most interested in seeing is Charo. Looks pretty interesting to see her dance.
She might not last the entire way, but we'll see.
I love Simone Biles. I hope she wins.
Yeah, she's very athletic, obviously.
Exactly. She's probably going to be a good dancer, too. So.
We'll show you why I broke curfew last night, and I'll also have traffic and weather after this.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Pickle beets.
You keep going back to pickle beet. I want ooh la la.
With unlimited colors to choose from, I knew we would find one they would agree on.
Ace is the place with the sienna rose color you love. Or pickled beets.
This one would be nice.
Maybe aged Bordeaux.
Don't miss the March red hot buys on Roundup Weed and Grass Killer and Spectracide Fire Ant Killer. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
But is it? It's really just the beginning, right? Have you written a book and want it published but don't know where to start? You're not alone. Page Publishing cuts through the confusion that most new authors face, like copyright protection, barcodes, printing, and digital uploading. We will get your book into bookstores now. We guide you through the publishing maze and help you distribute and sell your work in hard copy and ebook formats. That's right, we will digitize and place your book for sale on Amazon, Apple iBooks, and Google, offering it to millions. Don't waste another minute. Most publishers won't even look at new author submissions, but we're different. We review your book and provide you feedback in about a week. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, our team gets you into bookstores fast.
Call for your free author submission kit at 800-425-5308.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
Welcome back, 6:54. Let's take a look at our top headlines this morning.
A disturbing find in Charlotte County. Someone found human remains by some railroad tracks in Punta Gorda. A special magistrate recommending pay raises for teachers in Manatee County and also help paying health insurance premiums. And in honor of Dr. Seuss's 113th birthday, Theodore Geisel, that's his real name, hundreds of volunteers are visiting local schools to read to kids this morning on the Suncoast.
And taking a look at our traffic this morning, there are no accidents to report. The one that was in Manatee County has cleared up, but State Road 70 picking up as far as traffic is concerned. Also, the bridges heading into downtown Bradenton. Looks like traffic picking up throughout Sarasota County as well on all of the main roads. And in South County, not a whole lot going on. Pretty breezy drive if you're heading out the door. John?
Well, we have some drier weather coming our way, which is great. That'll occur tomorrow. Today, we have a little bit of extra cloud cover in the forecast, especially in the afternoon, and a chance of a shower or two, particularly late in the afternoon.
Had a lot of fun last night at Buffalo Night in Sarasota. Nearly 1,000 others who are also from Buffalo filled the White Buffalo Saloon of all places for the inaugural event. It featured plenty of merchants from Buffalo, restaurant food from Buffalo, and entertainment from some Buffalo musicians. Also present last night, former Lightning and Sabre Dave Andrechuk, as well as former Buffalo Bill and Buccaneer kicker Steve Christie, who told me about how it was nice to move back to Buffalo close to his native Canada.
When I had the opportunity to leave the Buccaneers and come to the Bills, it was really a homecoming for me, especially in the early 90s when the Bills were so successful. And along the journey, I was fortunate enough to meet my wife, Kelly, who was from Williamsville, and all of our kids were born in Buffalo.
The event also benefits the Joe Fanera Music Foundation, which helps buy students instruments and learn the gift of music. Met lots of my fellow Buffalonians last night. He used to watch me on TV in Buffalo, and it was quite a reunion all around last night.
That sounds like a fun time.
Buffalonians?
Buffalonians. That a
Sounds
first?
like a sandwich. Buffalonian.
Could be, yes. Enjoy your day, folks.
All right, stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next.